October 28th, in the very early hours, Malcom, my dad, went missing in Puerto Mexico. It is our belief that he was murdered by people he trusted and cared about.
If you'd met her 5 years ago, you never would have expected that Brooke Mullins could take on the notoriously corrupt Mexican justice system. My name is Karen Wells, and I wrote the article, Brooke's Justice, for Watershed magazine. She just didn't seem the type, but Brooke Mullins stuck by her dad, a man she barely knew as a little girl, and she tracked down the people she came to realize were responsible for his murder. Malcom Madsen lived a carefree, comfortable life. For the last decade, he spent his summers up here in Canada and his winters living in an upscale treehouse near Puerto Vallarta in Mexico. Suddenly, in 2018, Brooke got a call from his friends in Mexico. "Brooke, where's your dad? He's disappeared." She flew down and started putting the pieces together. She found security camera footage from the bar that showed his girlfriend dropping some suspicious powder into his drink the night he arrived. A few minutes later, the girlfriend held him up as he staggered onto the street. That was the last anyone saw of Malcom Madsen. Brooke Mullins hired lawyers, amassed more evidence, knocked on every door, and wouldn't go away. This spring, the girlfriend, her son, and her brother were convicted in the death of Malcom Madsen and were each sentenced to 56 years in jail. No one had ever done what Brooke Mullins did. It took 5 years out of her life. She spent much of her savings. His body has never been found.
A lot of people would think that I don't have full closure because we haven't found my father's body, but I still have faith that we might be able to bring it home at some point. And even if we don't, I still think that there's worse places to be buried than in a beautiful jungle or even in the ocean there. So I would definitely say I'm at a good point of closure. Because all this time, people have said, your dad would be so proud of you, you must be so proud. And I've hated that because I've made so many mistakes too that I'm quite embarrassed about. And I'm just like, well, if we don't succeed, then I've just spent so much money, lost time with my family, destroyed some relationships, all this stuff that's going on with something of this magnitude. But to finally be able to think, yeah, I think maybe he is proud of me, that was a really wonderful moment, 4.5 years later. So.